Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're gonna make some Lilikoi glazed pork. So we have a little bit of oil in our junky pan, and we've salt and peppered the pork. And the pan is warped, that's why it's spinning around. And on our electric stove, and I'm gonna initially it's on high heat, and we're gonna give it a light sear. So we're trying to film and cook at the same time, and flip it over, put it back on the heat, and we're just gonna do a light sear on both sides, and then we're using our little splatter guard, which kind of works. And now we're gonna make our glaze. We're gonna use some butter, and that's our lilikoi. So what we do is we process the lilikoi fruit, and we freeze it so we can just use it anytime that we want. So I'm gonna put some sugar in, and I have no idea how much I'm putting in. Just eyeballing it, winging it. And then the lilikoi is still frozen, so I'm going to get a spoon and spoon it out. I almost want to try eat it just like that, like a little sorbet. So just take a couple in, and I'm going to throw it in the microwave just so the butter melts. So I just set it for a minute and just watch it, and there it is, all nice and melted. Or so I'm stirring it up to melt the last pieces of butter and tasting it, and it is pretty darn good. So there's our glaze. So we're gonna pour it on our pork, and we've turned down the heat to medium low. So we're gonna pour it over the pork, and look at that color. It's so beautiful. So we're gonna flip it and cook it until we get a nice glaze on it. Flip it over there. And sorry, it's hard to film and use a tongs at the same time. So flip it over and just sear it a little bit more. We just don't, not really timing it, just kind of looking at the texture and feeling the texture of the pork to see whether it's cooked. And we're pretty much almost done. So now I got some help to film, so I can take it out of there, and there's our little pork steaks. It smells really good. So we're gonna let it rest for a little bit, and as we let it rest, we're gonna reduce the glaze just for a few minutes. So just put it back on the stove. Now it's on low heat, and just till it gets like a almost like a little creamy caramel. So we're gonna slice up the pork and cut it all up. It looks cooked really well, and got it done. And now it's time to plate. So just gonna put it on our plate, and we're gonna drizzle the glaze over it. So make it look nice. Arrange it so putting it back together, and then get our glaze and drizzle the glaze over it. Wish you could smell it. It smells so delicious. Or ono, as they say. Clean up the plate, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna have some vegetables and some white rice, And there's our vegetables, which is our bok choy from our garden that we just picked. So, how we prepared that is we just boiled it lightly in some salt, and we're gonna put on some hot, steaming white rice. Try to do it nice and neatly, and top the rice with some furikake, which is just some ground up nori or seaweed, dried seaweed. There it is. Looks beautiful. And it was Ono. Thanks for watching and aloha.